When I meet a lot of people, usually in the course of business or even family or friends, and I tell them that I work for this company called Neuland, the first question I get obviously is, what does Neuland do as an organization? My initial response used to be, we manufacture pharmaceuticals. But then I realized that, Neuland's manufacture pharmaceuticals, so do 1,000 other companies, right? So what does Neuland really do different? This was something that we pondered over a long period of time and realized why an organization such as Neuland needs to have a vision statement.
This new vision statement that we have come out with is vital for us to navigate the roadmap that comes ahead for the upcoming 4 decades and beyond.
And for me, what a vision statement really does is that it clearly spells out Neuland's position and Neuland's place in the entire pharmaceutical industry. We help create a healthier world, not only just creating a sustainable organization, but doing business in a sustainable way for our planet, for our people, all our stakeholders.
So in today's world where innovation for healthcare is happening at a breakneck speed, there are many avenues to pursue growth. And at these points in time, it's the core values of the organization that really help us navigate which path should we take. And more importantly, these core values serve as a moral compass for the organization as a whole and for the organization and the employees to be able to make the right decisions. I think innovation starts with empowering our employees, giving them the freedom to think outside the box, to be able to understand the big picture of what really matters to our clients, to be able to, carry that shared responsibility of, whatever medicines that we want to bring out to the world. And that starts creating this open canvas for our employees to be able to really think out of the box and come up with creative solutions.
Innovation is also what keeps our minds fresh. It helps us come up with ideas across all parts of the organization of how Neuland can do things better. We have this constant process. We're collecting customer feedback. We collect feedback from employees. We review that feedback. We're looking at how are our business processes, how are we really meeting the needs of the customer, how are we creating a better environment for our employees. Being innovative is a beautiful way of keeping people engaged, fresh, thinking, challenging oneself, keeping those stretch goals and achieving them.
So agility is something that can be interpreted in many ways. But I think ultimately agility means doing whatever it takes to ensure customer success.
We live in a very dynamic world. The priorities for the customers are changing. The priorities for their programs are changing. The patient needs are changing. The regulatory environment is changing. And therefore, it's extremely important for any organization, especially Neuland, to pay close attention to that and be able to change with the times. And first, that's what agility means.
Transparency is kind of like it's a permeating kind of a value. It's not just limited to customer communications. It is also limited to intradepartmental communications. It is also connected to how we engage with our external stakeholders, whether it's our lenders, whether it's our shareholders, prospective employees, or anyone else who has anything invested in a Neuland.
How am I being accountable? How are we being accountable? How are we being accountable to our planet? So are we doing business in such a way that we're meeting our goals, but are we doing it by conserving our planet as well? Are we robbing Peter and paying Paul, or are we doing business in such a way that's taking care of our planet as well as people while growing the business and making profit? So that's accountability to our environment as well as our stakeholders.
Accountability as a core value seems like a very appropriate value for an organization that is immersed in GMP, that is immersed in the world of making medicines which are actually helping patients across the world. So, why and how does Neuland interpret accountability as a core value? When it comes to making product which eventually goes to patients across the world, it's very important that every touch point within Neuland, whether it is the person responsible for procuring the raw materials, the person responsible for testing these raw materials before they get into manufacturing, the people on the shop floor, the team testing the products at an intermediary level as well as a final product level, the teams involved in documentation, the teams involved in contact with our customers. It's very important that all of our team members carry an individual and a collective responsibility towards the quality of the product that we are making.
Empathy in Neuland is about listening. It's about paying attention. It's about active listening. It's about understanding before trying to be understood.
So empathy is like a powerful magic ingredient that can completely bind the organization together. And in many ways, I think without empathy as a core value, it's very difficult for Neuland to continue the kind of progress that we've made over the last 4 decades.
I believe that coming up with values is actually the easier part. The more challenging part is that once you have the values, how is it that they are practiced? It is not about being righteous. It's not about correcting people. But it's to have constant conversations about our value system so that we can be aware our values can be at the forefront of our thinking, knowing that we'll practice them, we'll make mistakes, we will stumble, and that's absolutely fine. But at least when something is not the way we want it to be, we have the values, we have a compass, and we can have a conversation about it. And as a result of having a conversation, we'll be better tomorrow. And maybe the day after will be better than what we were tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So the needle is constantly moving, and I think that's the best that we can hope for. At Neuland, our vision is what really binds us and gives us a collective direction. And the values clearly tell us how we must get there.